Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Disney. Again, a weird time, the 10 o'clock time, my time, 11 o'clock Eastern time. Weird time, so I fully get it. We're not in our pocket of consistency here, and I'm trying to figure it out. Also, right off the bat, I want to apologize to my good friend Kelly from the Mickey Bunch. She's live right now, or will be starting any minute, or maybe she already started. She's my good friend. I love her. And I hate going over friends of mine when you go live, but there's such a big community. What can you do? So I just want to put it up right up front. Kelly from the Mickey Bunch is live right now. I love her. If you don't know her, you'll love her. Check her out either now live while I'm live or check her out her replay. The last thing I want to do is take any of her viewers because I truly do love her. So Kelly from the Mickey Bunch live right now. Go give her a look. I'm still trying to figure out when we're going to do this morning show for the month of December. But 10 o'clock my time, 11 o'clock Eastern time is the time that I'm doing it, at least this week. Probably going to reach out to Kelly and see. I don't want to step on her. So there it is, right up front. I won't feel bad if you leave and go listen to her. Or please, if you don't do that, go watch her replay or put on both streams. Tell her I said hi. Tell her Jeff loves her, and I feel bad. All right, mouse ears and magic in the house. Love you guys. So glad you're here. My mom's in the house. Hey, Mom, what's going on? Glad you're here. Two stories today. Before we get to that, hashtag team replay. About as many people who have watched my live streams the past, like 5 of them, we're getting that many on the replay. So thank you for your team replay. Hashtag team replay in the comments so I know it's you. And I appreciate you. Whether you're here live right now or you're watching on the replay, I value you being here. And Merry Christmas to you. It is December 14th. We have 2 big news items. Now, really, there's one big news item about Disney and a neat article conversation that I want to have. I might use the secondary point that I'm going to talk about here in about 20 seconds for another show, maybe even tonight, about Disney art. So let me tell you what the 2 things are right off the bat. Disney versus Google. Are you kidding me? I like business news. I'm a nerd for business news too. 2 of my favorite companies in the world are Disney. Bet you can tell I'm wearing a Disney shirt. Good Morning Disney is the name of the show. Dole Whip Dad is the name of the channel. I might be a Disney fan. I love by the way, Disney stock is down. It's about 150. You should buy. It's worth about 210 to 225. Just for entertainment purposes only. Connect with your professional financial advisor. But you know who mine is? Mine is me. And you should buy stock. Clicks in the description. You can get a free couple of stocks on Webull and or Robinhood by clicking the links. Do your own research. But Disney's a buy right now. It's totally a buy. We're in a little bit of a dip. You should buy the dip when you can. It always works. Anyway, Disney's about 150 to be about 210, 225 here in the next 12 months or so. Jackie from RB and Disney. That's 3 streams in a row. Love you, girl. Hope you're having a great. Look how you went on. I checked your Instagram. Look how you went on a trip. I hope you went somewhere fun. Look, I miss road trips. Anyway, Disney versus Google. Disney, my favorite company, versus Google, one of my favorite companies. Now, I'm mad at Google and I love Google. I get pissed at Google and I fall back in love with Google. There's so much they do that I love and so much they do that I despise. It's very, very, it's like a girlfriend in junior high or something. It's very confusing, but it's still pretty entertaining stuff when Disney versus Google. What am I talking about? I actually went to bed worried that they would solve this issue overnight because I think it's going to get solved. I hope it's going to get solved. I want to believe it's going to get solved. YouTube TV is a thing. YouTube TV is cutting the cord. I've cut the cord years ago. It's not as good of a deal as it used to be. When you cut the cord 4 or 5 years ago and you went with Google TV, it was like $40 a month. And you basically get everything. Everybody was always confused. They thought I wouldn't get live local news. I do get live local news on it. And you can get HBO and you can get all the things you want, right? I don't get HBO. I don't know why I said that. But I have found YouTube TV to be very, very good use of my money. The price has gone up, but I still love it. Here's the negative. It's a little bit delayed. So you're watching live sports, it's a little bit delayed. That doesn't really matter to me that much. It matters to other people. Other than that, I find it great. Now, the price has jumped so much that it's kind of comparable with not cutting the cord now. But I still do it. I still love it. I like YouTube. I like the ecosystem, blah, 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 blah. Disney owns ABC. Disney owns ESPN. Disney, never fear, I am here. Hey, Pearl, good morning to you. Welcome in. I'm so glad to see your face this morning. Your name this morning. Welcome in, my friend. So I find it a really good product. I like it a lot, right? They have contracts, right? Disney, YouTube has contracts. And every now, it's interesting. Let's go back into the Wayback Machine. 3-4 years ago, I wanted to watch football on Thanksgiving. I live in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. My Cowboys kind of iconically play every Thanksgiving. CBS, I believe, had the game, and they were in a contract conflict with whoever was my service provider at the time for cable. I, like everyone else in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, was not able to watch the football game, the Dallas Cowboys game on Thanksgiving, because they were having contract issues. And they actually used it, the Thursday Cowboy game, in an attempt to negotiate better terms. It pissed me off. And that's the day that I cut the cord and I bought YouTube TV. The price was better. I had access to the games I wanted to have access to, and it served me well. Fast forward to last night / today. Disney and YouTube, Alphabet to be more specific, that's the parent company, are in contract disputes. So much so that they sent out emails to everyone, all the subscribers of YouTube TV. Let's just get to it. It's everywhere. Here, let's go back. So you can see right there from The Verge, YouTube TV warned subscribers they could lose Disney's channels later this week. Hollywood Reporter, Disney warns that ABC, ESPN could be pulled from YouTube TV this week. And so on and so on and so forth. So I'm not going to read the whole article, but I might read you the email. Affecting over a dozen channels, including ABC News Live and ESPN, YouTube warns subscribers it could lose Disney channels later this week. Google has warned that YouTube TV could lose access to over a dozen Disney-owned channels later this week if it's unable to renew its agreement with the company. In a blog post, YouTube TV says its current deal with Disney is due to expire Friday, December 17th. That's 3 days from now? After which the channels could disappear if it's unable to reach a new agreement. Our ask of Disney, as with all of our partners, is to treat YouTube TV like any other TV provider by offering us the same rates that services of a similar size pay across Disney's channels for as long as we carry them, said YouTube in their blog post. Here's the list of impacted channels. The Hollywood Reporter, who cares? That 8 ABC local stations could also disappear from YouTube TV. ABC News Live, Disney Channel, Disney Junior, Disney XD, Freeform, FX, FXX, FXM, National Geographic Wild, ESPN, ESPN2, ESPN3, but you got to use the app for that one, ESPNU, ESPN News, the SEC Network, and the ACC Network. This is a thing that happens all the time. The local the providers negotiate with the distributors, and it gets ugly. It is what it is. I suspect they're going to fix it. I suspect that Disney's asking for a little more money. Obviously, their content is kind of king. That's how they make their money. Of course, they're going to ask for more. I suspect they'll come to some kind of agreement. I suspect Google will pay Disney a little bit more than they used to, but maybe not. And that's super annoying to me. I don't know. Mouse Ears and Magic says, your Cowboys let me bit down big time this past week in fantasy. Dak and Coop didn't show up like I needed. So I found a lot of articles, football talk real fast, about Dak having trouble. Dak underperforming. I think it's very fantasy football related. They won the football game. It was a road game in division against the second best team in the division, who are still, even after the loss, a playoff team with a pretty dang good defense. My point is, fantasy football is not only affecting the fans now, it's actually affecting the reporters, in my opinion. I find that hilarious. Dak led his team to a win. But can you tell that's the voice of somebody who's not playing fantasy football for the first time in about 20 years? God, I think Disney would want to come to agreement since they don't have Disney Channel and others offered on streaming like ESPN. Maybe I'm wrong. You're probably right. I think that it's in the best interest of both Google and Disney to come to agreement. Google wants the content. Disney wants the dollars. Disney creates contract to get content to get paid for it. So it's not exactly right in the wheelhouse of your business model to not want to get paid for your content. What they're saying is they want to get paid more. And they have a reason to. I mean, do I stay with YouTube TV if they get rid of ESPN? I don't. That one thing alone would bounce me from YouTube TV. And especially because YouTube TV is now basically comparable with the price monthly that anything else is. It's not a good deal anymore. They didn't grandfather me. And the first time they raised prices and the second time they raised prices, they kept it low for the news people, but they don't do that anymore. In the email they sent out, and I'll just read it to you because I think the last line's pretty, well, it's pretty interesting with the position. Let's find it real fast. Where did it go? I apologize, guys. I had it right here. Here it is. This is the email they sent to me and everyone else last night. Hi, Dole Whip. In order to make the 85 plus channels, I'm not going to read the whole thing. It's the same thing as the webpage, the blog post. But let me get to the last two paragraphs. We welcome a renewed agreement. Let me start that again. We welcome a renewed agreement provided we can reach equitable terms with Disney. However, if we are unable to reach a deal by Friday, the Disney-owned channels will no longer be available on YouTube TV starting December 17th. And this is the key part, we will decrease our monthly price by $15. They just gave away the farm, in my opinion. YouTube publicly stated to everyone, including Disney, the value they get. YouTube is giving the value of $15 per subscriber for these channels. The math of that is massive. Massive. $15. That's more than we pay for Disney Plus. That's crazy. So they'll decrease it by $15 from $64.99 to $49.99, while Disney content remains off of our platform, meaning that's only until they get Disney back. It's huge, right? Mouse, ears, and magic. It's huge. I'm shocked. I'm shocked. We would love every member to stay with our service, but we give you the flexibility to pause or cancel your membership at any time. If you want to continue watching some of Disney's content, consider signing up for their own service, the Disney Bundle, which they offer for $13.99 a month, and which is subject to its own terms and restrictions. They say they're going to decrease. YouTube says to me and every other subscriber, if we don't have their content, we're going to send the price drops by $15, and you can get the bundle, which is Disney Plus, ESPN Plus, and Hulu for less. If you don't go buy Disney stock right now, you're crazy. We'll share any further updates, blah, 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 blah. I find this interesting. I don't know. Maybe this is the most boring topic I've ever led with on the show before. I find this fascinating. As a Disney business fan, as a Disney stockholder, as a Disney fan in general, run, don't walk to your Webull account or your Robinhood account and buy it. They're going to raise the price. They told you the value. You don't need an abacus. You don't need a calculator. You don't need a stock whiz in the family to know that it's time to buy more Disney. You're paying more for YouTube Disney than the bundle. I know, right? What is that, 13 channels? And I got to be real with you, I don't watch hardly any of those. I'll watch FX on occasion. ESPN I watch a lot. The SEC network, I probably never watched. The Big Ten network or whatever that last one was, I've never watched. I mean, there's a bunch of those channels that I don't. Now, I love National Geographic, but let's be real. I don't need any of that. I'm already a subscriber to Disney Plus. I'm already a subscriber to ESPN Plus. Maybe it's better for me. I think if they get rid of this, I don't just save that $15. I save it all. I think I cut to the cord cutting and I say goodbye to YouTube TV. I've been dissatisfied with their price growth. I do love the service, but it would be nice to get sports live. But I got to be real. I could get sports live on my computer easier. What say you? Do you care? Are any of you who are here live in chat subscribers to YouTube TV? I am. I think it seems to me to have been doing pretty good, but not as good as I thought it would. I think the price structure hurt them. Let me see what we're saying in chat. Thank you. I'll do that. I would imagine that the sports aspect is the biggest part of the YouTube side, probably the biggest loss for them. Nat Geo on Disney Plus is awesome. I agree. Have you seen the Will Smith series? I'm only 2 episodes in, Pearl, but I love it. It is beautiful. He's funny. My favorite human on the planet, other than my daughters and my wife and my granddaughters, to listen to a laugh, probably Will Smith. That dude is just full of joy. I love his attitude. But yeah, the National Geographic Will Smith Welcome to Earth series is amazing, and I highly, highly, highly recommend it. So what say you? Anybody? I wonder why they were so upfront with the pricing. Maybe just to tell everybody, don't fear, don't lose us. We're going to save you $15. I don't know. Nope, we don't have cable, and just subscribe to what we want to watch, and we cancel and try to say something else. Me too. I subscribe to YouTube TV, but if they lose this, I probably bounce. That would make my wife happy, I'll tell you that. If you have ESPN, then it's not a question to cut YouTube, right? The ESPN app has so many things to it. If you're watching ESPN on the app and you're able to cast it to your TV, which is exactly what I do, doesn't matter, right? Yeah. So I'm interested in your guys' take. I suspect with the people live, 0 or 1 or very few of you are subscribers to YouTube TV. I could be wrong, but I don't find a lot of people who I talk to in my live streams are current subscribers to YouTube TV. Maybe that's changed. I used to talk about this more than I have. Jackie from RVing Disease says, I haven't had cable in over a decade. We cut our cord that Thanksgiving 4 or 5 years ago. I don't really know. Well, and that's not totally true. We cut the cord previous to that. And then we had just maybe we had it for another year or two. Yeah, maybe I cut the cord about then, more I think about that. But then we went back for a while, and then we were dissatisfied. I rarely watch Netflix or any streaming service. I watch a lot of Netflix. I don't know if I care, but I like your live stream, so I'm here listening. Oh, thank you, Jackie. I appreciate that. I have ESPN on the streaming service through my cell phone. Greg and John in the house, hello to you. I didn't know they had YouTube TV. Yeah, YouTube TV doesn't seem to be known that well in the community. It's interesting. I see ads for them all the time, but it might be because I'm a subscriber. I'm a subscriber to YouTube TV. I'm a subscriber to YouTube Premium. I like it. I don't see ads on videos I watch. When I'm logged into my account, sometimes I'm logged into other accounts. I have multiple Google accounts like many of us do, work and all that stuff. But when I'm logged into my Dole Whip Dad account, which I am 95% of the time, well, 95% of the non-work day, when I'm logged in anyway, I don't see ads if I watch a YouTube video because I'm signed up to Premium. I find that a better experience. I also I like it because it pays creators. I get paid a little bit by YouTube, and it helps out creators. So I do that. So I'm a subscriber to YouTube TV and YouTube Premium. I'm all in on YouTube. I love YouTube. I think it's a massively awesome platform. Eileen, who is my mom, says it's weird to call my mom Eileen, but I'm reading the thing. We have 5 different streaming services and total less than $40 per month for all of them. Yeah. If you bought the Disney bundle, and for me, the Disney bundle and Netflix is more than I'll ever watch. The Disney bundle being Disney Plus, ESPN Plus, and Hulu, and then keeping Netflix. I currently have Netflix and just Disney Plus. No, I have Disney Plus and ESPN Plus, which makes me an idiot. I should probably just add in Hulu, but we don't currently have that. Probably be cheaper to do it that way, frankly. I like Netflix. I enjoy Netflix. I will probably sign up for HBO. They've got some shows coming up that I'm interested in, specifically the Lord of the Rings show, but I haven't been a subscriber to HBO probably over 20 years. Still a little less wholesome than I'm comfortable with, but I do love Lord of the Rings, so I'll probably get it then. My take on YouTube TV is I'm here to make money, not pay money. Okay. YouTube TV though is TV. It's like cable. So, Jackie says, I think, where'd it go? I get all these pop-ups all of a sudden. I think my husband has the YouTube music service, but I don't know if that is part of YouTube TV. It was for a while. I don't think it currently is. I liked it. I don't currently have it. I think they took it off. I think it was part of Premium. I don't know. Maybe I still have it, to be honest. I'm not really sure. But I subscribe to Spotify now because I have 47 daughters that need their music all day long. I actually off topic, I just added a new account to my Spotify Premium family account so I could get the stupid Spotify end of the year music thing because my daughter uses my username. So anyway, when you sign up for Spotify Premium, which hardly anybody I know has it, but boy, they're They're making a lot of money with it. So a lot of people must be subscribed. Just people I think don't admit to it. Maybe, I don't know. The numbers on the business side are huge, but they give you 6 accounts. It's got to be at the same location, so within your house. And I've got a wife and 2 daughters, so that's 4 right there. Also, I don't have time to watch a lot of TV. I have my streamers I watch and my streaming service. Yeah, I find myself watching much more YouTube than TV. Now, that said, I watch a lot of TV. I watch more TV than I used to. I watch a lot of business TV in the morning. I watch a lot of sports and news in the evening. And then I'll watch a Disney Plus or a Netflix movie a couple times a week. So that's not what I used to watch. I used to watch a lot of TV, and then I watched no TV for a time. But I feel like, and it's during the holiday season, I like, I mean, I've watched Christmas Vacation twice. I watched Polar Express, something else. Anyway, what say you? I think it's interesting. Pearl's music is on Spotify. Pearl, drop your link. Feel free to drop your link. Guys, go check out Pearl on Spotify. Is it Pearl Manhattan? I don't know that I found you on Spotify. I think we had this talk. Maybe I did. I don't remember. You make a few pennies a month. Nice. Well, shoot. Let me know. I'll go stream your music and give you some support. Drop the link if you want, Pearl. Anyway, next up on the list for conversation today, and again, I do want to stop here in between topics. My good friend Kelly from the Mickey Bunches live should be live right now. She was scheduled to go right at the same time as I am, which I hate because I love her. I truly do. As a human being, I consider her a good friend. As a creator, she's one of my favorites. So I hate that I'm going on the same time she is. Please, please, please go over there. Give her some love. You can tell her I sent you or not. I'm not worried about that. But I don't want you here and missing out on that. Now, you can watch the replay, but you can put up on 2 screens, whatever you want to do. But if you don't already know who I'm talking about, Kelly from the Mickey Bunch, one of my favorite people in the world. If you like Disney content, if you're here, likely you're going to like her stuff. Please, please, please give her some love because I'm going at the same time as her and I feel bad about that. I have 3 different names I produce under. I'll post the playlist. Please do, and or Pearl, send it to me and I can not only use it, but I can promote it out. All right. You can't see my wall. We were talking about this just the other night, or yes, maybe it was yesterday morning. I've got art on the wall. I've got behind me is Adventureland, right? I like it as my backdrop. It's just what do they call them? It's like a photo backdrop. Okay. Then I've got 2 over there. Castle, and I got A Nightmare Before Christmas. Then I've got, are they called celluloid? I don't know if is that the right term. I've got, are they celluloid? I don't know. I don't feel like that's right. There's a scene from, what is that? Peter Pan, I guess. I can't even see. And Pocahontas, I don't really love them, but I got them. They're up on my wall. I've got a Food and Wine piece of art. It's from Hercules. Well, it's not from Hercules. It's inspired by Hercules. Food and Wine from the Disney California Adventure. It's actually art on my wall. I got Wanted for Crimes Against the Queen, Murder, Treason, and Treachery from Once Upon a Time. Not a TV show I watched, but my family loved it. I've got some Godfather art over there. But all of that to say, and I've got some other art over there, but all that to say, I've got some Disney art on my wall. I've got The Mysterious Office We Have Never Seen. Yeah, I think I'm going to give a little sneak peek. My mom, who is in chat, is coming, like a week from now, Mom? I'm not even sure. And I'm giving myself a goal to make it tourable. Now, it's like 8 square feet. So the tour won't be long, but I'm hoping it'll be 100% ready by then, and I think it will. I actually have art. Speaking of Kelly, I bought it with Kelly at the same. I was with her at an event. Anyway, art that was on the wall of a resort. I mean, it was one of the all-star resorts, so it wasn't like the Poly. But art that they had on the wall, I have against my wall, and I need to put it up. So is Disney art? Better have it clean for the mama. Exactly. Is Disney art art? I need to know. Let me know in the chat right now while I pull up this article. Do you think Disney art is art? And did you know this is like a large controversy? I have to admit I did not. Slate.com, not my favorite website of all time. But then an interesting article, we're going to talk about it right here. From Slate.com, is Disney art? This could be its own subject, and it might be tonight. We'll see. I don't know. Isn't any art art? I would say yes. Mouse Ears and Magic podcast. I would say yes. I got to get more into podcasting. Mouse Ears and Magic, we need to talk. But anyway, is Disney art? I'm going to read a little bit from this for you, and then we're going to discuss it. The debate that just won't die. This is from yesterday on Slate.com. This is an excerpt from Inspiring Walt Disney, blah, 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 blah. In 1938, I want to give credit where credit's due, but I'm not going to read all that. It's too long. In 1938, Walt Disney presented the Met, Metropolitan Museum of Modern Art, I think is the long name, presented the Met with a celluloid. Oh, there's the word. Maybe that's why I had that word in my head. Because I already read this. I bet that's why I had that word in my head. A celluloid from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs depicting two avid, eagle-eyed vultures awaiting the animated feature's denouement. Good word usage. The moment when the evil queen falls down a cliff and presumably dies. What at the time was planned as a public relations thing brought about a little bit of controversy. Disney's watercolors, quote, Disney's watercolors will be hung under the same roof with the greatest works of the greatest masters of painting. And the Metropolitan isn't blushing about it, observed one Philadelphia Record. Now, I will say this. I love art, but I don't love all art. I love the art that I love, just like you do. Everybody loves things they love, right? We like what we like to look at, and lots of times that's art. The problem with art, and listen, art community, if you're not here, somebody send this to the art community. You're ruining what you love by being a snob. I just posted 2 videos from the Van Gogh Immersive Experience. The Van Gogh Immersive Experience, there's actually 2 competing Van Gogh immersive experiences happening right now in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. They're both in Dallas. There's 2 in Dallas. And you know what they're doing? They're selling tickets like crazy. I've got Culture District from Fort Worth right down the road, less than 15 minutes from my house, depending on traffic. I can walk in on the Kimball. I can walk right up to Michelangelo's first ever known painting. I can walk right up to it, and there's never a line. I can walk right in the Kimball, walk right to the Michelangelo, and look at it. It's amazing. He did it when he was 15. Yeah, I'm going to get canceled by our community because our community is broken. They're ruining themselves. Your art community people are such snobs. So here's what's happening in the art museum community right now. Museums are furious. Do you know why? Because people who weren't coming to their museums because they suck at marketing are going to the Van Gogh and other now immersive experiences. So people are, I know, Jackie, I love you. I'm totally banned from the croc. I want to be banned by the croc community. I like some of you, but I'm here to help. Anyway, back to this. Art museums are actually mad because people who weren't coming to their art museums are now paying tickets, standing in line in the winter, because it's not only in Dallas, they're all over the place, to go into a building and have the art in an immersive, music-filled, movement-included medium. They're taking the greats of Van Gogh in this case, and they're making it more accessible, interesting, fun. Don't look down your nose on people who like art. Learn from the people who are marketing properly and presenting it properly. If I can walk right into the Kimball, right up to the Michelangelo, I bet if I took 100 people in Walmart randomly, or in anywhere in Fort Worth randomly, maybe Walmart's bad, anywhere in Fort Worth randomly, and I said, name an artist. Those who can name a famous non-living artist would name Michelangelo more than half the time. And I bet if you said, did you know there was a Michelangelo right here in Fort Worth? I believe it's the only painting of his that's not in Europe. I wouldn't swear to that because I'm not that much of an art nerd, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. And I could walk right up to it for free, by the way. For free. They don't even know it's there. My point is, maybe the art community sucks at bringing people into the fold. This is the way to do it. So let's get back to this. I love Disney art. Disney's watercolors, blah, 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 blah. We are getting to the point where we can detect kinship between Mr. Disney and the painters of the ancient Crete and today's modernist and prehistoric caveman, and where we can read that all these persons are chips off the same block of creation. And the New York Times Magazine concluded, all things considered, there wasn't much fuss about Disney joining the immortals. None of the museum's trustees threatened to quit, and the folk who usually dash off, whither are we drifting letters to the editor, kept civil pens in hand. This is the early Karens, right? You're looking to complain. because, and let me show you the art that they're talking about. Bam! Not even one of the great pieces, right? I mean, it's pretty cool. I can appreciate Michelangelo. I can appreciate a Monet. I can appreciate a Van Gogh. And I can appreciate Don Bluth, who you guys, very few people know who he is. Gary Goldman, looking at Ma, get it? Gary Goldman. Gary Goldman and Don Bluth, two artists who left Disney to create Don Bluth Productions, but they're animators, and I could have mentioned Disney Legends, We like what we like. I've got baseball cards on the wall. I've got a 50s and 60s Dodger classic cards on the wall. I consider them art. I have 33 Gaudi American Indian set on the wall. Not the whole set, because they're very expensive. I think they're art. I love them. Art is in the eye of the beholder. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I love Van Gogh, but Ready Art Community, and I just spent money. I spent money. Me and my daughter went. We paid for tickets. We bought lunch. You pay for parking. It's an expensive day, right? It gets expensive. I am their audience, but they don't think I am, because I also like Winnie the Pooh art. And I like, what do I got up there? Hercules. I love my Hercules art. So we might have this discussion again. You never know. Maybe I'll show some of my Disney art. Let me get back to chat. I see Jackie again says you are already banned from the Croc community. If you're new here, you don't know me and Jackie, who ostensibly are good friends. Ostensibly, did I use that word right? We differ strongly in what, politics, religion, and footwear. Most people don't talk about. Politics, I talk about a little bit. Religion, I talk about more than more than I probably should if I'm really trying to grow a YouTube community. But Crocs, I talk about too much. Friends don't let friends wear Crocs. Looking at you, Jackie. Monet art, Debussy. I don't know Debussy. All the Impressionists. Oh, okay. Dude, Michelangelo was a Ninja Turtle. And that's a good point. That's a good point. You can get people to name, I didn't know. Who were they? It was Raphael was one of them. I don't know. Grega, I hate Grega. I've got Michael Moore paintings on the wall. Bet nobody knows who that even is. Michael Moore, the super duper left movie maker. That's the Michael Moore I know. Hey, Miguel. Miguel's in. Everybody say hi to my friend Miguel. What's going on, my friend? Merry Christmas. Hope you're having a great December. Why can't we like some things but not claim they are art? If art is everything, then nothing is really art. I mean, that's fair. You don't have to. I don't like it when people put labels. But I also fall into it. I mean, I am a dad. I am a grandpa. I am a sports fan. I'm a Dodgers fan. So I guess even though I don't like those labels, I label myself too, right? And so we label things. I mean, I think it's communication, Miguel, getting a little philosophical with my favorite philosopher in the Disney community, you and Meg. I think that is probably unavoidable when we communicate to put labels on stuff. But for this purpose, we're talking about, art. And I think that the Metropolitan having this on the wall is the reason for that. Anyway, I used to have some Garfunkel ties. Garfunkel ties? Nice. I have the Maui artist Curtis Cost on our walls. That's cool. I don't know that person, but I love Hawaiian art. We've got some Hawaiian art. I don't, that's a large genre. I like art that has memories to it. Yeah, I do too. So we buy ornaments. Is that art? I would say yes. We bought an ornament 2 nights ago to commemorate an event that we did, a family event that we did. When we go on vacation, we almost always buy ornaments. Sorry, Miguel, I would consider ornaments art. I think anything that adorns a wall. I mean, NFTs, is it art? It is. I think beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And that's never more true in love and in art, right? Ooh, look at that. Very deep, Jeff. I got something in my mouth. That's gross. Donatello, Leonardo. Okay, thank you. See, I never watched the show. Donatello, I remember that. Leonardo, I knew. Raphael, I knew. Michelangelo, I knew. Okay. Were the 4 Ninja Turtles named after a Renaissance artist? I bet. I mean, it's been a while, but I bet there was a time that people would know those names and not even know they were famous artist. I don't know. Maybe my handbags are art. I mean, there you go. There you go. I wouldn't consider a handbag art. I would consider an expensive thing that I buy for my wife from time to time and sits in her closet, but whatever. But there you go. Heroes on a half shell, turtle power. All right. So anyway, we've had a good conversation. I do want to say one more time, my good friend Kelly from, man, I got something flying in my mouth. That was gross. Kelly from the Mickey Bunches live. I don't know if she's still live. I think she went on the same time as me, which was 10 o'clock my time, 11 o'clock Eastern time. Please give her some love. I'm going to end the show now because I've got to get to work. Might talk about art tonight. Want to start going live in the evenings. I know I will be stepping on some toes of people that I really, really care about. But I miss you guys. And I don't know, have as much schedule. I have a lot of schedule flexibility, but at some point, these people are going live all the time. So it is what it is. I might go live tonight again. I've got a new branding that I want to put out there, and it's live a life worth sharing. I'll put it up there real fast. That's the logo up in the top right that I'll be using. I bought some pins. I'm going to put it on some shirts, but it's not about that. It's about sharing my viewpoint. That is, you should live a life out loud. You should live a life worth sharing, and it's worth sharing because people are worth sharing it with. So I want to project positivity. I want to project you can create attitude. I want to help people who want to create become creators. I want people who are creators to move into a more successful creation, which is defined differently by everybody, whether that's being monetized or hitting a number of subscribers. Pearl, we were talking about that, or whatever it is. It's different for everybody. For me, a successful creator is someone who inspires somebody else to do something they want to do. My definition alone, I'm not trying to get everyone else to agree with that, but that's where I get my juice, right? I want to help people do what they want to do. And I've always believed the Zig Ziglar thought, if you help enough people get what they want, you get everything you want. And I've already gotten everything I want. Love my wife, love my family, love Christmas, love Disney, love football, love baseball, love bacon, hate Crocs. I'm a happy guy. And I feel like I'm winning, and I want to share that. So anyway, it is what it is. You're going to see that a lot. And with that is going to come some evening streams, maybe an hour or two, a couple times a week, maybe 5 days a week. I don't know. I've got a lot to say. Last thing before we go, Zig was great. I saw him speak live a couple times. Help me get a pony. I know I wanted to get you a pony. Last thing, if where you live tonight is dark and you're either a very, very early riser or you're staying up late, look outside. Now, the moon is in a bad spot, but one of the two best meteor showers of the year is tonight. It'll also be tomorrow, but tonight is I don't know what they call it, the zenith or whatever. It's the most viewable night. Now, the moon's not in a great spot. You'll probably get about 60 to 100 an hour if it's clear. Best time is after 2 a.m. Meteor shower tonight, best after 2 a.m. It's when the moon sets, so it's darker. 60 to 100 expect. Now that it's always a projection. And maybe I'll go live tonight. We'll talk about Disney art and a meteor shower, and we'll talk about this. Maybe we'll talk about what it is. The Earth is going through a debris field, little pieces of asteroid. Usually they're comets, but little pieces of asteroid. So the asteroid has gone by, goes around this one in particular. Why am I telling all this? Because I like it. This one in particular goes around the sun every 1.4 years. So it goes around, but more important than that, when we go through its debris field, so it's gone by, things are falling off, we go through its debris field, and we do that every year, right? Because we go around the sun once a year, by definition, and we go through it, and those fragments hit our atmosphere. Again, usually it's comet fragments. This is asteroid fragments. Pretty cool stuff. You help me get a pony? Maybe, maybe not. Zig was wise. Yes, I work at night, so maybe I'll be able to see it. You can always catch the replay, but hey, I'm going to start going live more and more and more. And I'm dropping the videos too. Nobody can watch everything. Mouse Ears and Magic, Pearl Manhattan, my mama, Jackie, Grega, everybody was here before. Everyone who watches Team Replay, hashtag Team Replay. I love astronomy, Pearl. I love astronomy. Yeah. I like a lot of stuff. Anyway, that's it. You don't have to go, but you can't stay here. Have fun storming the castle. I don't know if she's still going live, but please give Kelly from the Mickey Bunch some love. I hate that I went at the same time as her because she's such a good friend. Merry Christmas. Go do something awesome for somebody. Maybe that's you. Maybe that's somebody else. best way to make your day better is to go do something for somebody that they'll never know about, that they can never repay you, that it's not because you want something back. Just go do something. If you're feeling bad about yourself, if you're feeling a little down, 'tis the season to feel sad, apparently. I don't quite understand that. But if that's you, go do something for somebody. That's why it's about giving. It's about gratitude. You got Thanksgiving in November or October if you're Canadian. You got Christmas in December. The reason for this season is obvious, and you should check it out and dive into that more. But even past that, doing something for somebody, this is the season for that. And it's the best way to make yourself feel better. All right. I've done enough damage here. Have the best day ever. Love you all. Have a great day. Maybe see you tonight. Certainly see you tomorrow morning. Dole Whip Dad, please subscribe. See you later.